Hi everybody, it's quesadilla time in my house today. I love quesadillas, especially in the summer. They're so yummy, number one. But the thing that's great about them is, especially if you have a quesadilla maker, you don't really have to heat up the kitchen a whole lot. You do have to, well, you don't have to. I prefer to saute the ingredients first, but you don't really have to. What I like using, as most people who know me know, I don't really like a whole lot of veggies. What I do love is red, orange, and yellow bell peppers, and corn and onions, that type of thing. So what I'm doing, my standard quesadilla is a peppers and onion and corn quesadilla with chicken. And then I make my own salsa. So right now I'm going to throw some more peppers in the skillet to caramelize. I've already got some corn and some more yellow pepper in there with olive oil, salt and pepper, and a little bit of fajita seasoning. And I really like to have it going for a good long time, because not only do I want to cook it, but I want to caramelize it. So now I'm going to add some red bell peppers. I usually use 2 colors. And then I'm going to make my own salsa. I much prefer my own salsa to jar salsa. I use fresh tomatoes, and I try to get as good a tomatoes as I can. Yesterday I bought tomatoes at Tomato Sunshine, which is sort of a little local market here. It sells plants and vegetables and everything. And I got some corn there too to use. And I always use sweet onions, like a Vidalia or a Maui. And when you're doing this much chopping, it really helps to have a good sharp knife that fits your hand well. This is a Wusthof that I just got. Okay, I'm going to need to get some more peppers in there, but first I want to show you the salsa. Adding a little bit more seasoning now that I've added more veggies. Of course, black pepper, a little bit of sea salt, because the fajita seasoning has salt in it too, and then this great fajita seasoning from McCormick. Really like it. So what I'm going to put in my little beautiful Braun blender here, it's actually a stick blender that's got a little attachment on it. Frankly, I find it better than some other blenders and food processors. It just really does the trick. So I'm putting some cilantro in. I like to pinch it a little bit as I'm putting it in. Definitely some black pepper. I'm a black pepper person, so I'm always having to under-season when I cook for other people, because most people don't like as much seasoning as I put on. A little sea salt. And actually, I need to get my sweet onion. I already have part of a sweet onion from the last time I used an onion, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the rest of that. When you're putting it in the food processor, you don't have to chop it, you just have to get it in manageable pieces. Get it in there. And I kind of like to, I do pretty close to a 50-50 ratio, but probably a little heavier on tomatoes than onions for me. I think that's it. Then I'll pop this top on and let her rip. And there you have it just makes it so fast. Just checking in there to make sure everything is in pretty relatively small pieces. And then I'm going to stir it and give it a taste. Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it takes a while for the, for all the herbs to come together and everything. Especially if you're using dried cilantro. I don't really buy fresh cilantro all that much because I'm cooking for one most of the time, and it's just a waste to buy a lot of fresh herbs. But okay, so that's pretty much where I want it. Oh, by the way, I would normally put jalapeno in here. I forgot to buy jalapeno. So it's nice and fresh tasting, but it's not spicy. And then I'm going to take you over here and let you see my caramelized vegetables. One of the things I love about putting corn in is that because of it being cut off the cob, it has a lot of good starch in it, and it really caramelizes beautifully. Now, right now I have this on low because, or sort of low medium, because I'm not done slicing my peppers yet. But once I'm done putting my peppers in there, then I'm going to turn it up a little higher, medium high, get a good caramelization going on there. And then I'm going to pull out the quesadilla maker and show you how I assemble them. Okay, I wanted to show you what the veggies should be looking like when they're getting ready to be put into the quesadilla. They've really caramelized nicely now. The only problem was I had a bit of a senior moment. I remembered to put the onions in the salsa, but not in the filling. So I had to hurry up and chop up some onions, and I'm trying to get them to catch up now. Cook things. But yeah, everything is nice and soft now. The onions are, like I said, are catching up. But the smell is absolutely deliriously good. It just smells wonderful. So I'm going to get out the queso maker, and I'm going to show you how to put these together. I'm going to do things a little differently today, only because I forgot to cook the chicken. So I usually use, for future reference, it's just easier to use these Purdue shortcuts. You can get them, I usually use either the grilled or the Southwest. The Southwest was out that day, so I got the grilled. They're nice little chunks of chicken, white meat chicken, that you can just cube up like I did with the veggies really fine, and add them in with the veggies. This is what I normally do. I'm just having a senior moment. So for right now, just for me to have lunch, I'm going to go ahead and make a single tortilla veggie quesadilla. So I'm going to put some shred ched. I usually use 2%. Up to you what you want to use. This is kind of the glue that holds everything together. And I'm going to come over here with my veg, and I'm going to lay them in on one side. I did overdo them a little bit trying to get the onions to catch up. Now what I do, because I'm usually cooking for one, I make enough filling for several quesadillas, and then I just put it in the fridge and have it on another day. So now I'm going to, now if you're doing 2 quesadillas, you would fill the quesadilla with the veg, and then you would put another quesadilla on top. But since I'm just doing a one, I'm going to do it this way.